PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from the company Audeze. Once again, Audeze. And this is the LCD-2 classic planar magnetic headphones right here. And, well, at least this is the box that they come in, which is pretty neat. They're over-the-air headphones with an open back design, which means they are designed for quiet listening atmospheres. So you don't want to be around other people unless you want them to hear your music, and you surely don't want to have them making any noise or else you will hear every bit of it. So you want a quiet listening room to be able to experience these with, so that way you can focus on just what you're listening to. And as mentioned, this is the case that they come in. It's a really nice case. It's a hard shell case with metal corner brackets on all corners to protect it from any bumps or scrapes, and it arrives in a box suspended using these cool little styrofoam things on each corner that just keeps it suspended in the middle of the box, so that way it arrives to you unscathed. As mentioned, they are planar magnetic, which is, because Audeze, they love their planar magnetics, and it usually leads to a very nice listening experience in all of their products. They make use of 106 millimeter transducers and offer a range between 10 hertz and 50 kilohertz, giving it quite the nice solid range of frequencies to be able to really dive into what you're listening to. And they also feature 70 ohms of impedance, which means you want something decent to power these with, in that they do have a minimum power recommendation of anything over 100 milliwatts, preferably over 250 milliwatts in terms of driving power. It could be a tube amp or a solid state amp, doesn't matter, as long as that amp can really drive a good pair of headphones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up and we're gonna see what's inside the box, see what it looks like, and then later on we'll see what it sounds like again at plcnetwork.net once we've had enough time to listen to these. But the headphones come packed away, and again, in this just nice little case. It has a nice little click as it's open to keep the actual lid from falling down on you as you're pulling out the headphones. And you can see the headphones right here are neatly tucked away in here with some accessories over here in this slot in the foam, of which you have a download user guide and driver's card. It just tells you where to go to the website to download your user manual. And then you have your certificate of authenticity here, which just gives you your serial number and a little signature on the back showing you that this is an authentic product. And then you have this wonderful braided cable right here, and it's 1/4 inch to 2 mini XLRs here, which will plug into the headphones, split into a typical Y-type design. So you have your left, you have your right, and then it heads down to your 1/4 inch. Now this isn't a removable 1/4 inch, which means you definitely need to plug this into an amp. As mentioned, you could technically plug it into something else if you adapt it, but you're not going to get the experience you're looking for. In fact, the experience might not be anywhere near what you're looking for compared to plugging it into an amp, which is why they've limited you to 1/4 inch connectivity. You also get 2 small keys here, and this is going to be for the case, so in case you want to actually lock the case with the keys, you can, maybe to keep smaller hands and fingers from prying into the inside of the case and getting their hands on the product. But looking at the headphones, this is where everything's at. You have a nice little piece of foam here just to keep them off separated and protected. But these are the classic LCD-2 headphones, or LCD-2 Classics, or LCD-2C. And these really take on the original profile, for the most part, of the original, or at least the first generation of the LCD-2 headphones that came out back in 2008. So you should be able to get a really warm performance out of these. Again, they are open back design here on the back, so that means that you're going to be able to hear everything around you as you're listening to your music. So again, you're going to want to listen to these in a very quiet environment, like a listening room, personal library, or anywhere else that no one's going to interrupt you or any device is going to interrupt you. The muffs here feature a very, very plush foam, which feels really nice, at least to my hand here. I can only imagine what this is going to feel like in a moment on my ears. And then the headband here is pretty much, it doesn't have much give to it. It's not like it's a spring headband. It just gives you a little bit of padding right there for the top of your head. And then, of course, as you just saw, the sides are adjustable by simply clicking them up and down. The insides are marked right here as left and right, so I'm actually holding them the wrong way, which means the headphone cables are going to shoot kind of at a 45-degree angle forward, and both of them feature the model number on the sides, on the grill at least, the Audeze LCD-2C, and then planar magnetic technology at the bottom, and then you can see Audeze's logo in the grill, which is kind of a neat touch. And then as mentioned, both those connections at the bottom, those are mini XLR. So these are 544 grams in weight, so they should be very, for the most part, for their size at least, light on the head. And they aren't the lightest headphones, obviously. I mean, they're huge. And they have really nice, big 106 millimeter transducers inside. And, you know, that's gonna create some weight. But despite that, it's not heavy at all. So you could probably get away with long listening exposures to these headphones, enjoying your music without any kind of discomfort. Even with the band design at the top, I'm not feeling any discomfort in the top of my head, at least not yet. I've only had them on for a few seconds. I mean, obviously we're gonna have more to talk about later on once we've actually given these a listen. But so far, I'm very impressed. Again, these muffs are incredibly comfortable. That foam is just really soft, and it does create a nice tight seal to your ears. Not that that's too incredibly important, since again, they're open back, so you can hear everything. I can hear myself just fine as I'm wearing them. So they have just a really neat design to them. They are flexible. You're probably, I mean, obviously, if you're going to travel around with them, absolutely use the case. If you don't have small hands running around the house, then you might not even keep it in the case. Maybe you'll keep it on some kind of a headphone holder as a kind of like a display piece to show off the neat pair of headphones that you own. Or not. Maybe you want to hide it from the world and keep them to yourself. Then definitely store them away and hide the case. Use the keys. But that's it. This is the Audeze LCD-2 Classic headphones. Definitely check out the description. We're going to have more about this later on at POCnetwork.net once we've had an opportunity to fully review these headphones and listen to them and let you know what we think about it. All that information will be available on the website, again, POCnetwork.net. We'll include all of that in the description with links to the product as well. So if you want to find these for yourself, we'll have a link that'll take you straight to Audeze's website where you can get your hands on a pair of these. The MSRP is $799, so it is a little expensive, but not too bad. It's all about what they sound like and what you're buying into in terms of quality and materials. So as long, I mean, obviously we've already seen the quality of the materials. They absolutely do not shy away from really putting a lot of detail in the manufacturing of these. So we can assume that the audio is going to match this as well. As long as it does, $799 should fit the price point just fine. Just go to POCnetwork.net once we have that review online, and we'll share everything that we find with you. And if you liked what you've seen here, don't forget to subscribe below. Use that subscription button and follow us. We have many more videos to come, and definitely use the comments to discuss these headphones. Maybe you want a pair yourself, you have a few questions, or you already own a pair and you would like to share your experience. Definitely use the comments below, and let's talk. And always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.